Hello and welcome to Blue Army TV. I'm sitting here after Carlisle have lost 2-1 away from home at Bradford City in the new caretaker managers, and I mean managers as in plural, their first league game in charge. Hopefully one of quite a few, and that's no disrespect to them, just I kind of hope we get this whole manager thing situation sorted out quite quickly. But yeah, look, that's a game where we've tried something new and it's led to mistakes. We tried the back four against Nottingham Forest's under-21s team in the Papa John's Trophy, or whatever it's called now, in that daft little competition. But yeah, it was a case of, well, we got the luck. We certainly got the luck in terms of our first goal, but again, we couldn't really score, which, we had to rely on a massive goalkeeping mistake from them to get anywhere close. And we've made mistakes at the back. Maybe that's as a result of going from a back five to a back four. And it potentially could have been more, to be honest. Harry Lewis made quite a few good saves. Who'd have thought coming up against Bradford? But yeah, it's a difficult one to take because obviously there's this kind of fake makeshift rivalry that seems to go on online and then just nowhere else. But yeah, it's a league defeat, and it's another kind of poor performance. I think I absolutely love John Mellish, and I've been one of his biggest fans for a long time. And obviously he's just signed a new long-term contract with us as well. But that performance from him today makes me wonder if he can survive in a back four. I think he's the perfect centre-back for a back three because it gives him kind of the space to move forward. And I almost felt that with Dylan McGeoch dropping back into the back four at times, we played 4-3-3 against Nottingham Forest, but with Dylan McGeoch dropping back a bit forward, it kind of allowed Mellish to get forward a bit like he used to under the back five. We didn't really see that today with Neil and Vila in the midfield. I think the new player Biggins had a good game. I think Sadie kind of pushed forward his kind of exciting performance from Tuesday onto today and looked well. But look, I've got to say it because I don't think people really want to say it because of how much money he's on, but for the money Charlie Wyke's being allegedly paid at Carlisle, you'd expect him to score some of the chances he's been given. He hit the woodwork again today. And I think we've suffered from a lack of scoring threat for so long now. And that translates throughout the entire team. If you can't score goals, it puts pressure on the defence. And if you're battering a team and you're missing chances, then it gives you a team confidence to push forward because they don't think you're going to score. And I honestly don't think that we'd have scored. I know we scored technically, but I don't think we'd have scored a genuine goal if we'd have been playing all night. I think we've just got to try and ride the storm until we get first of all the director of football through the door, which is going to be first. Which to be honest, I kind of thought would have happened by now. I thought that would have been the quick appointment, and then we'd have kind of took a while to get a manager, but I dread to think we're going to be in a situation now where it takes us ages to find a suitable director of football, and then only then do we start looking for a new manager, and that takes us ages as well. And then by the time we've got somebody sorted, we're 10 games into the season, completely out of any possible promotion race, and this season becomes a bit null and void. That's the worry that I hope doesn't happen. But I just think the team's in such a downward spiral, and it have been for years now, and it's hard to get out of that mentality of losing. And I think that's just what Carlisle are in at the minute. They're in the mentality of going into games expecting to get beat, hoping for something else. They don't go into a result thinking we're gonna win this. I hope we don't drop to a draw. They go into games, I think, thinking, oh, I'd like to win today, but I'd be happy with a draw. That kind of attitude where I just don't think they go into games expecting to win, and as a result they don't have the confidence to go and get things done and get the win, which is hopefully something a new manager is going to bring in. I remember the impact that Paul Simpson had when he first came, into the club, and he changed that kind of mentality almost immediately. And obviously, you know, in time he's kind of fallen to the same curse, but I just hope a new manager can come in and bring that. Because look, you know, we've had a bad start to the season, obviously. We're in the bottom 4. But, you know, Stockport County, who finished champions last year, they won one of their first 5 as well. You know, it's still very, very early doors. And you know, we've had a tough start to the season. I don't include Bradford in that because, look, I don't think Bradford were very good today. They were better than us, because most teams are now. But I don't think they're anything special. They didn't justify where they were in the league. But we've had a very difficult start to the season, and by that I mean Gillingham, and by that I mean MK Dons. I mean an actual derby match in Barrow, which we managed to win, as opposed to this kind of made-up rivalry with Bradford that people seem to want to try and push. And that's the thing. I don't really see Bradford as much of a threat. You know, we had that one good kind of playoff performance against them, and that's kind of created something, I think. But they're not a club I really think too much about, except when you go onto social media and you see a lot of stuff from them aimed towards us for some weird reason. But yeah, to me it's just another league game, and it's another league loss that I'm just becoming far too accustomed to. We need to start picking up points, because I'd hate for this season to turn into a relegation fight. I think we're far too good to go down. Well, the players we've got are far too good to go down. Maybe not the performances are too good to go down, but yeah, there was some concerns today, especially with Williams is now out. You know, I think he's on crutches, which means that, you know, the 3 left backs we've had this season, Harper, Charters, and Williams, are all injured. You know, Harper came back today, he was on the bench. Still not back at full fitness, and I don't think he expected to play as many minutes as he did today, and he kind of had to because of Williams. But, you know, he's only on a 6-month deal till January. That could very well be the last time we see Williams playing a Carlisle shirt. You know, his journey's almost ended before it's even started, which is a shame. But look, I don't think he'd played well since he came in. He had a good debut, but apart from that, I don't think he's been anything special. But yeah, look, I hope he has a quick recovery, but you know, it's nice to see Harper back in that position, with the kind of reputation he brings into the club. It's a game I couldn't watch today. I was, you know, helping my brother move into his new uni accommodation, so, you know, it's weird because I didn't get to watch the MK Dons match. It's been a while since I've missed a match, and it almost seems, you know, I've missed 2 very close matches there. But, you know, Paul Simpson being gone, it's an odd situation to be in at the minute, because we just left in a state where, you know, we go into these matches thinking, you know, almost the fans are in the same attitude, because I'd have took a draw today. Absolutely, I'd have took a draw today. No manager in a failing team. Of course, I'd have took a point today. And that's the attitude we're going to have until we get a new manager in. I just have no idea who it's going to be. You know, I just hope we get a director of football coming in the next few days, because I think we need it to happen quickly. And then you can take your time looking for a manager. But if we take our time looking for a director of football, we wait a few weeks for that, then we wait another few weeks for a manager. It can drag on for far too long. But yeah, someone else I want to mention a bit more positive is we're nearly at 1,000 subscribers on this channel. I think we're about 8 or 9 away now. It'd be nice. It'd be really nice to get that 1K in the subscribers tab, anyways. But yeah. So if you're not subscribed already, please consider it at the very least. But yeah, please like the video and obviously subscribe to the channel. And yeah, in a bit.